I go down to UCLA. It's 2 days of running through all kind of things, $6 million man type of stuff, right? And they check everything on your body, and then they give that report back to your doctor. So they're checking my carotid veins, and they're saying, let's make sure there's no clogging there, so no possibility of a stroke. And they say, okay, we checked it, but they go, you got a little nodule on your thyroid. You need to go check that out. Go down to the doctor. My doctor, he says, all right, I'm going to take a biopsy. 90% chance we know what it is. 10% chance we don't know what it is. Of course, 10% chance they don't know what it is. Go to a surgeon. He says, you're 50 years old. Let me tell you something. Right now, if you were 90, I would say no matter what, don't do anything. But you're 50, and so you have a choice. We could take out your thyroid, but here's the issue. 50% chance we're taking out a perfectly good thyroid. 50% chance we're taking out something that could be challenging to you. I go and get the surgery. The 1 hour surgery becomes 3.5 hours, and they move a mass in my throat the size of a golf ball out of my neck. Doctors, they never tell you anything. So I go, what is it? Is it cancer? He says, I don't know. I got to send it to the lab, and it's about 2 weeks. So he sends it to the lab, and I know you're taking, and this is a top surgeon in the world where it comes to this. He knew what it was, and I can tell. So I had to mentally debate with myself. If that mass was that large and it potentially moved into my lymph nodes, and then it would move into my brain, and I could potentially have that and take the radiation pills and chemotherapy, what's the chance of me dying, right? And it could be a very long road of recovery, and I could die. So I said to myself, listen, I have to weigh it, take inventory. 2 daughters, 121 to 126, beautiful women. My ex-wife, great. These girls are benefit to society. They're great girls, right? My mother, I don't want to ever see my mother get old and have to bury her. I know I'm being selfish right now, so I won't see that. I also don't want to be 90 years old, pooping on myself and rolling around with no teeth, right? Let me go out while I'm on top. And I got a 3-year-old. She's not going to remember me. And I got a beautiful wife who's super hot. She's definitely going to be able to get another husband. I'm going to drink myself to death. No problem. I'm going to go fishing every single day. I've lived a better life than I've lived 10 lives already. You can't believe what I do. I'm cool. I've accepted death. Or just the flip side. I want to walk my daughters down the aisle. My mother should not have to bury me. My 3-year-old, she's going to need me. My wife is super hot. I get to sleep with that woman every night, every day. So I had to negotiate with myself first. That's a power shift. You have to negotiate with yourself first. Am I going to take this on? And when I shifted my mind to saying that I'm not going to allow this cancer, and even if it is moving to my brain, and we still don't know, you have to always get checked. If it is moving to my brain, it's not going to beat me, right? And before the 2 weeks came back, because it was like a week and a half into that, I totally forgot I even was waiting for results. And when the results came back, thank God, I was clear, but they still checked me out. But, that made me say to myself, that's what we always have to do. We have to have this negotiation with ourselves before taking a podcast or walking away from it, because your attorneys are like, don't do it. And you're like, but this is not your life. This is my life. This is my only shot right now. As far as I'm concerned, this person's bigger than I am. But you have to negotiate with yourself saying, you know what? You're here for a reason, because you're my attorney. You've probably seen this before. I know that I'm not going to stop. And you know what? I'd rather be broke knowing I made the right decision, that I was in charge of my destiny. And that's what happened. You had to have the negotiation.